Good morning, dear students. Well, today we are going to start with chapter 4 of our first book. The name of the chapter is South Asia and the Contemporary World. Contemporary means modern world, okay? So, for your convenience, I have divided this chapter into 4 parts, and today we'll be doing with the first part. Well, let me tell you one thing. According to your books, it is chapter number 5. But as you know, the syllabus has been changed by CBSE. So, according to new syllabus, this is chapter number 4. Well, the chapter is South Asia and the Contemporary World. So, first of all, I'll tell you what is South Asia. It is the southern part of Asia which consists of countries like Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. So, in total, there are 7 countries which constitute South Asia. Okay, so if we talk of the boundary of this South Asia, this area is very distinct. We can see it from space also. Like in the Himalayas, they are in north part of this South Asia. Then the south part we have Indian Ocean, the west part we have Arabian Sea, and in east we have Bay of Bengal. So this area is provided with a natural boundary which make this area distinct from other areas. Okay, so talking of these boundaries only, north and south boundaries, that is Himalayas in the north and Indian Ocean in the south, this north and south boundary they are very clear, but east and west boundaries they are not so clear, where we have Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. So from east and west side we cannot say about the clarity of the boundary of this area. Now whenever the discussion regarding south area is done, every time Afghanistan and Myanmar they are generally included in the discussion of this region. Means whenever south area is considered, although south area consists of these 7 countries, but normally Myanmar and Afghanistan they are also included in the discussion of this area. As you know, these countries they are the nearby countries of this continent. Basically we call it as Indian subcontinent. Okay, well, in this chapter we will be doing in detail these 7 countries, how the government in these countries has evolved and what type of government is there in present. Fine. So if we talk of the government of these countries, we have seen that only India and Sri Lanka are such countries where democracy has been maintained since its independence. Means the day when these countries got independence, India got independence in 1947 and Sri Lanka got independence in 1948. Since then the democracy has been established in these countries. Rest all other countries, that is the 5 countries, Bangladesh is there, Bhutan is there, Maldives, Nepal and Pakistan, over there were different forms of government, that could be monarchy or dictatorship or military rule was there. Now we'll be discussing in detail Bangladesh, then Nepal, Pakistan, Sri Lanka and India. Will not discuss Bhutan and Maldives in detail, but I'll tell you in brief what type of government Bhutan and Maldives is having. So first let us talk of Bhutan. Presently Bhutan is a constitutional monarchy. Constitutional monarchy means the head of the country. Head of the country means the post of president which we have in India. So the head of the country is king and rest democracy is being followed. So constitutional monarchy is being followed in Bhutan since 2008. But before 2008 there was monarchy in Bhutan. There was the rule of the king in Bhutan. And under the leadership of that king only, this country became multi-party democracy. Means multiple these political parties are there and democracy is being established in the form of constitutional monarchy. That is, the head of the state will be the king and rest democracy will be followed in this country. Okay, this is regarding Bhutan. Now let us talk of Maldives. What type of government is there in Maldives? First of all, Maldives, it is an island nation. It is surrounded by water from all sides, and it was ruled by Sultanate till 1968. There was the rule of the royal family till 1968. Then it changed into presidential form of government, and the type of government changed in this country. Then parliament introduced multi-party system over here. By 2005 there was multi-party system, but before that only MDP party, that is Maldivian Democratic Party, it dominated the political affairs of the country. Means that party was ruling the country, and all the things were under the control of this political party. So democracy strengthened only after 2005, when this country became multi-party country, because opposition parties, they were also made legalized in this country after 2005. So in brief, in crux, Maldives under Sultanate, then democracy came, but only MDP party ruled the country. Only MDP means it was not like the other parties were not there. They were there, but this was a dominant party. But in June 2005, multi-party system became more stronger in this country, as many opposition parties, they were made legalized, and after that this country has become a strong democratic country. So after this is regarding Maldives and Bhutan, and rest of the countries I have told you will be discussing in detail. So let us discuss Bangladesh today along with this topic. Let us start with the history of Bangladesh. Well, Bangladesh was a part of Pakistan from 1947 to 1971, and it was called East Pakistan because we have West Pakistan near Punjab, and this Bangladesh, it was called East Pakistan. It consisted of partitioned areas of Bengal and Assam from British rule. The Britishers, they partitioned some part of Bengal, some part of Assam, which became East Pakistan and presently the Bangladesh. Okay. The people of East Pakistan, that is Bangladesh, I'll say East Pakistan until this country gets independence. The people of East Pakistan, they were against the domination of West Pakistan and imposition of Urdu language. The Pakistani people, they imposed Urdu language in this East Pakistan area, and they used to exert their dominance in every area. So people began protesting in East Pakistan. They want that Bengal culture and Bengal language should be preserved, and people should get fair representation. Means the people who are living in present Bangladesh, they should get fair representation in administration and political power, on which only the West Pakistani people, they have their right. Okay, so there were protests in this East Pakistan area. The protest was led by the leader who was called Sheikh Mujib-ur-Rahman, and he started demanding regional autonomy for eastern area. Means he said the area which is called East Pakistan, we want the independence of this area. Okay, so I'm repeating the name of the leader, Sheikh Mujib-ur-Rahman. In 1970, when elections took place in this East Pakistan, this Sheikh Mujib, he had his political party. The name of the political party was Awami League, AWAMI, Awami League. So in Awami League under Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, he won all the seats, and government of this West Pakistan, they refused his leadership, because no elections were also held for constitutional assembly. A new constitution had to be made in West Pakistan, and East Pakistan also participated in. So this Sheikh Mujib, he also participated and he got the majority also. But West Pakistan government, they said that we are not going to start this assembly where these people, they have got the majority. But government dominated by West Pakistan leader, they refused to start assembly, and Sheikh Mujib, he was arrested Fine. And at that time the leader of West Pakistan was General Haya Khan. Okay, so many mass movements were started in East Pakistan. Thousands of people were killed, and people from this East Pakistan, they started migrating towards India, which was creating the problem for India also, because so many refugees, they were coming to India. Now Indian government, they supported the demand of people of East Pakistan. They were ready to help the people of East Pakistan, because they also want that East Pakistan should get independence. So they started helping East Pakistan by giving them money, and by giving them their military, and by giving them the weapons. So this thing resulted in war between India and Pakistan, and this war came to be known as Liberation War for Bangladesh. Liberation means freedom war for Bangladesh, which took place in 1971. So the war, which is very famous, 1971, that war was for Bangladesh between India and Pakistan. And finally this war came to such an extent that Pakistani forces, they have to surrender before Indians, which resulted in the formation of a new country. So that East Pakistan area, it became a new country that came to be known as Bangladesh in 1971. Okay, so after that Bangladesh, which was a new country, they started making its constitution, and they emphasized three things in their constitution. One is secularism, that is all religions are equal. Second, socialism, that is equality of people. And third, democracy, that is representative government should be there, government elected by people should be there. So three things were considered: secularism, socialism and democracy. Fine. So these three things were given importance. But after that, in 1975, Sheikh Mujib, who was the leader of the country and who had led the movement also, he amended the constitution. He changed the constitution, because earlier the type of government was presidential form of government, that is president, prime minister, council of ministers. He changed it to presidential form, that is the government now became president as the head of the country and president only as the head of the government. Fine. So this thing led to conflict in this Bangladesh. Again conflicts and tensions were there, and this person Sheikh Mujib, he banned all other political parties. Only Awami League would be there, and no other political party has to be there. But this Sheikh Mujib, he was assassinated, he was killed in 1975 because of the protests and movements were going on, and new military rule came in Bangladesh. Now who was the new military ruler? His name was Ziaur Rahman. He formed his party named as Bangladesh National Party. Earlier party was Awami League. He formed Bangladesh National Party. He won the election in 1979 and he became the military ruler of Bangladesh. But even this person, he was assassinated, even he was killed. And then another military ruler came, whose name was Lieutenant General H.M. Irshad. Now this lieutenant, when he came to power, H.M. Irshad, the people, they were revolting for democracy, so he gave certain type of political activities to people, means he gave a few freedoms to people in political activities, and because of this he was elected as a president for another 5 years. But those pro-democratic movements and protests, they were so strong that Irshad, he has to step down of his post in 1990, and again new elections held in 1991. So since then representative democracy is followed in Bangladesh with multi-party system. Many political parties are there and proper elections take place and representative democracy is there. So dear students, you see the history of Bangladesh, that how the people of Bangladesh, when they got independence from West Pakistan, how they formed the government, then how three dictators came who were the military rulers basically, First Sheikh Mujib was there, then after that Rahman came up, then Irshad came, and then even he was stepped down of the power, and finally the democracy got established in 1991 and working till today as the multi-party country. I hope the story of Bangladesh is clear to each one of you. Well, students, with this I finish up with part 1, in which we discussed what is South Asia and history of Bangladesh as a part of South Asia. In next video we will be discussing our part 2. Thank you so much.